So guys, welcome to another episode of the 30-minute special. I have another wonderful guest with me. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Evie. Roboti, my surname.
And tell the people a little bit about what you do.
So I'm generally not a musician. I'm more focused in sound sciences, but I play music, live music. I write electronic music as a producer. I studied piano since the age of 5, and I also DJ lately in Glasgow the past 3 years.
Nice. Well, just so you know, this is obviously a different setting to my usual. As I usually do, my equipment is portable, so I can go to the talent when needed to. But we should start with how we met. We met at Now.
Yes.
It's an event run by a group of people, including Mr. Eugene or Mr. High Shifting from the second episode. If you know, go check it out if you haven't seen it already. But I remember I wasn't actually originally meant to be there because kind of the same it's not really my scene, going to raves and stuff.
Right.
I've never really been that type of person. I actually went to my first gig last week or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. It's not really my thing. But I remember Eugene was like, "There'll be girls there." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll come." I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll come." No, but I had a wonderful time. Met a bunch of amazing people, including this young lady right here, and. Let's get straight down to it. What got you into music?
So my parents really pushed me into music.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I was 5. I was one of these kids that their parents kind of make them go to sports and music and after school stuff.
Yeah.
And initially I was kicking out a lot. I didn't want to do most of the things that my parents wanted me to do, including piano. But I kind of stuck with it, and I was never particularly good in piano, but it helped me learn how to use music in other, generally. So that's how it started. And then I had a break from it when I came to Glasgow because I didn't have a piano here. That was 10 years ago. And kind of came back recently.
Oh, no, fair enough. Because it's, that's quite surprising because you studied dentistry in Glasgow, and I always thought it would be your parents pushed you to do dentistry, but you decided, nah, I want to do music. It's the other way around.
It was actually my parents pushed me, but my parents supported me going down the science road rather than the music. I always liked arts. But going to music school was because I had to go to school and learn something the way they were teaching me how to learn it. And that was the thing I didn't like. But generally, music as a hobby was something I would have liked to pursue in the future.
Okay, yeah.
But I ended up doing biology first, and now dentistry.
So how do you find that balance? Because dentistry is a part of the medical profession.
Yeah.
You hear it is quite long and daunting and time consuming. How do you find that balance to follow your passion but your education as well?
Dentistry in dentistry generally you have to be a professional while you're a student as well. So I've always thought that music may have to take a different path once I graduate because dentistry and nightclub culture doesn't really go together. Yeah. So DJing and then being a dentist doesn't really work very well. Although I never really had a problem in the dental school because I I know how to balance things out. But I think if I only did dental school, I would have been very bored. Generally just to do one thing. I need to run around and fill my time to the point where I have to deal with dog hair.
Sorry. There's they do
we dog sit, so there's hair everywhere.
No, but
please don't die. Should we open the door?
That's cool. What was I going to say? Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought. No, first of all, finding that balance is an amazing thing. But another thing I've always been fascinated about is assimilating into the culture of Glasgow, not being from here. Like I'm from I grew up in England.
Yeah.
And even the culture is completely different. So I'd like to know how it helped you.
For me, when I came to Glasgow, I wasn't into club music at all.
Oh.
I liked more band music and that even every now and then. So it was a bit of a culture shock. I think because of the different language and I was 18 and it was all new. So I was very much of a house cat.
Oh, okay.
And then I didn't know suddenly, I actually did not enjoy going to clubs, but I hadn't found the right place to go to. This is what I say to everyone that comes to Glasgow. Kind of give it a go. If you like music, you'll definitely find music that you'll enjoy in Glasgow because everyone shows up here at some point.
Trust, there's so many different things. It's great.
Yeah, so I think it's the place to be if you like music. And then eventually at some point, some friends introduced me to the nightlife of Glasgow, but the nice one, because there is some trash.
Yeah. I don't know about it. Yeah, it's especially the accent. That is, like literally, guys, your accent is crazy. Like it's nuts.
Yeah, take it from me as well.
Yeah. So be honest.
Yes.
Greece or Glasgow?
Oh. I think right now Glasgow. Yes, Greece is great. It's amazing. People, Greece is amazing. But it's very nice for summer for me at the moment and for holidays. Glasgow has so much vibe. There's so much to do, and I like the people a lot. And right now, because I've lived here for 10 years, it's more my home, I think, than my hometown.
I actually want to ask, like I said, we met at the Half Past Now event with Eugene, and she was part of a group that, they were the headline acts, right then, the headline act. How did you meet your fellow band members?
Initially I was sort of doing things myself, but I'd never done a live set before like that, which is like the music that I produce, only Ableton plus voice. I wanted to bring in some live elements to it, and I was also thinking having like a visual artist, do some DJing. I wanted a dancer and I wanted some instrument. I was thinking maybe drums. But out of the blue at some point, before I was ever ready, someone asked me to do it. Healthy. He actually does events in Glasgow as well, so shout out to Healthy. And he gave me 2 weeks, I think, or 3 weeks. He was like, do you want to do it yourself? He was looking for someone else. And I was like, yeah, might as well. And then I kind of had to brainstorm. So I was like, okay, I want a dancer. And I asked Alexandra, who I know as a dancer through a friend, her brother. We studied together. I was like, this may work. Let's just give it a go. Let's just see what we come up with. She said yes. Initially, I asked my own flatmate, Marius. There he is. He's also a dancer, but he couldn't do it. Which was probably worked out for good because I really enjoyed the chemistry with Alexandra. And then a few days later, through her friend, her best friend from Greece was here, Evanthea. She's the cellist. And she came up to me and she was like, I play cello and I think we could work together, so let's just try it. And we just did it. It took like 3 rehearsals.
Nice. Yeah, it was really amazing to watch, like watching all those elements come together. Something I've never witnessed myself in it, but I am kind of like in my own bubble. Like I listen to musicals and that's about it. So it was really interesting to see that, and it was for sure like really fun to see.
Thanks.
What did you think about that event? Because I had so much respect I gained another level of respect for people in like the music side of entertainment because over the music side of creativity, because I think the people that were just before you, like the guitarists and what, the fact that they met that day and just
they were
jamming, like, and it actually sounded like they had been a band for quite a while.
Yeah.
And like when you just told me you've only rehearsed like 2 or 3 times and you pulled it off, like, what's the, like, I can't, like, how does your mind work to be able to do that? Like for me, I have to go through something on my mind hundreds and thousands of times before I can like get it down.
Oh yeah.
How does it work? Is it just like a natural gift or?
No, I am definitely super thinking too many things. I mean, I need to process something a lot to pull it off through. And making the music takes so long, and it's such a focused process to like, oh, I will correct this, I will go back to it. This is like something you present though on the spot, and you're meant to enjoy it. And if you have a bit of background in music knowledge and you play yourself at home, coming together with someone else and like at the same time interacting on the spot, this is the best thing. So I think the jamming has that amazing element that, oh, he played this, what should I play now? Like, it's a bit of a brainstorming, I think.
Oh no, that is great. I actually wanted to bring this up. We were at the actual event. All the people that really nice, very welcoming. There were a few people that kind of like scared me a bit.
Who?
Like
when?
There was these people that were like just screaming at one point.
What?
Downstairs, you know when you guys had finished your set?
Yeah.
We went downstairs. I think I remember. Was it he? Oh, I forgot. I don't know. I forgot who it was, but one of the organisers actually had to tell them to stop screaming because they were literally just like, I'm not talking. They were literally just screaming.
Oh, we did hear some screams while we were packing down, and we're like, someone died.
Yeah, it
but
was
we were afraid of it.
Terrifying. It was haunting. But I ended up leaving early because I was so cold.
It was freezing.
I was freezing, and the thing was, I had the responsibility of doing the wide shot for their performance, like filming their performance, the wide shot. My camera does not do good in low light, so the footage isn't that great, but my hands were so cold. I was like, I was like trying to stop shaking, and like, it was but I worked with, I think it's, I forgot the guy's name. In my defense, I've only met them all once, so you know, but I worked with him filming the event. I'll put his stuff in the description just as just to so you guys know. But
anyway, it was very cold though. Like I was singing and blowing my nose because my nose was running. Every now and then I was like turning away from the mic, just.
Oh yeah. I saw that. I actually had a video of you doing that. I didn't realize that's what you were doing.
Yeah, this was like an effect.
Reverb. Yeah. I thought you were just doing some like, this is part of the event or something. Like, honestly, I genuinely did have like so much fun at that event.
Yeah,
I would honestly do it again. I actually went there again like a month and a half ago. We went there just with some friends, took some photos, did a bit of exploring. They were playing like this manhunt game, which I refuse to take part in.
What is that?
Because it's like it's like, how can I explain it?
It's like a game, like a live, how called?
It's like hide and seek.
Okay. Yeah.
Hide and seek basically, but you have to actually grab the person. So if they see you, they can run.
Alright.
But you have to grab the person, but the problem is, you know how like the top levels are, and it just rained, so it's like, I'm not playing this. Something horrible is going to happen. But luckily nothing bad happened, but it was like, it was so insane. But it was fun to be back there You know, I knew where we were going.
Yeah.
There are actually a lot more other rooms in that place. Obviously, we could not go because one, it was like dark, and no way, it was so terrifying to go there. There's no way I was going to do
Haunted.
that. Yeah. And two, because just health and safety,
Yeah.
a lot of it was like loose ground and whatnot. It is a beautiful place.
But the people put so much work to make it like look like that. I was surprised with how you can organize something out of nothing and make it. It was quite safe because they were leading the way.
Yeah. They had everything, like they cleared up the glass and everything, so it was very like wow.
Yeah, I think it's one of these events that you go once to and you're like, oh, you remember it. You're like, I want to go to something like that again soon.
What was your favorite part
of the night?
Yeah.
Waiting to play.
Yeah?
I don't know why, because when you're actually playing as well, of course, but it goes so fast. It's like this that you said, it 30 minutes go like very fast. So while you play and you're focused, it finishes so early. So waiting and that anxiety is very nice. Then after there's a bit of a adrenaline drop, so you're a bit depressed. But I like the after party, like the downstairs.
The DJ,
that was very nice.
Yeah, that was fun. That was
Yeah.
fun. Now, as a dentist student, again, she's a dentist student. She's not a full dentist yet.
Yes. Let's
just
put that.
in an explanation, because I'm going to ask her a few myths, and it's your choice whether you believe her or not. But just remember, I'm just doing the legal. She's not a full dentist yet.
Yeah.
So they say flossing is bad for you. True or false?
False.
False.
Yeah. Do you want me to explain?
Go for it.
Flossing, basically doesn't mean sawing the gums. It means like cleaning the tooth from the sides. It's like think about it as like a little brush, but you actually clean the tooth sideways and you clean further up to the gum. So it's good. It's good for you. We want it. Like dentists promote. Yeah.
You shouldn't use mouthwash after brushing your teeth.
Yes, true.
True.
Yes, true.
Okay.
Because the toothpaste, actually you shouldn't rinse, so you should brush and spit excess of toothpaste and leave the rest there. That is the fluoride that kind of remineralizes your tooth. If you wash it away with either mouthwash or water, it's like you're not brushing.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mouthwash is good if you don't have a toothbrush.
Okay.
You just like wash it through and
Okay.
Yeah.
All these different bands have like these fancy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries. Are you okay? Can you breathe?
Super. I didn't realize that. Like I know I'm allergic to like dog hair and stuff, but woof.
It's everywhere. It is everywhere.
Yeah, all these brands have like these new. Oh, use these for 3 days and you go like 5 shades whiter or whatever, or like teeth whitening thing. What's your?
False.
False, yeah.
Yeah. What we are taught is that in the back of the toothpaste it says the parts per million, which is like ppm, and all toothpaste that you use are 1/450. All of them, so they all do the same job. Like
so it's all
whiten more than others.
Wow.
I don't know if there's any more abrasiveness to them, which means that they may, kind of scrape the tooth, which is good and bad. So they can take,
Okay, well you heard it here first. I'm gonna stop. I used to buy this. I won't say the brand, but it's like £10 a tube.
Yeah.
And apparently it's meant to be like super fancy and whatnot. Now I'm just gonna go for the
generic
stuff.
It's the same. Generic stuff is the same.
Cool. That's what's up.
Unless dentist prescribes, but these ones you have to take from pharmacy.
Yeah. I got that once. I don't know. He just gave me something with more fluoride.
Yeah, that does have more fluoride, so more parts per million.
Yeah.
And
but apparently fluoride is bad for you as well. So.
false.
Oh, is it not?
Yeah.
I thought.
I mean, it can be toxic in high, but look, oxygen can be bad for you as well if you take too much of it. So water can kill you, you know, like in specific amounts, and these amounts are the ones that toothpaste has. If you eat a whole tube of toothpaste, most probably you're gonna vomit, so it's bad for you. But you don't eat it.
Have you ever
Inhaler.
had, yeah, I might need to get one. Have you ever had like, what's it, those injections in your mouth and like it just completely numbs your...
Yeah.
And you can't even feel anything.
Yeah.
You can't even spit because it just starts dribbling.
Yeah.
Do you see it all the time? Like this, like
dribbling.
Like, do you? I won't ask you. I'll ask you this question off camera.
Yeah.
Like, what's the craziest like thing you've ever seen?
What's the craziest thing I've seen? I mean, I've seen pretty black mouths, like pretty minging.
Yeah. Have you ever been like, whoa?
I've been like, whoa. During surgery, I've been like, whoa. Yeah, I have been.
Like surgery, like.
Surgery, because we.
Does that mean like they go completely under? Like?
Yeah, but that's children. So that was quite. I'm not gonna go into detail because I don't know if I'm allowed to, but it was quite like.
Yes. Yeah.
Like children may have to go through taking out their whole dentition because they have decay all over and they can get infected. So they go through general anesthetic, which means all teeth are out.
Oh yeah.
And that's like 5-year-olds, which is a bit.
Oh yeah. The local anesthetic is the worst, man. You
Literally.
stick a needle in you and they're like.
Can I tell you something though?
What?
So my first patient, first ever patient, after I was practicing on phantom heads, he didn't like local anesthetic. He didn't. I don't know. He's maybe he was religious. I'm not sure, but he wasn't accepting any local. So all the treatment I had to do on him was without. That was more scary than getting local.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine what he was going through while I was like drilling the tooth without local.
That's brutal, man. It is the worst. Nah. Do you recommend going for teeth cleaning at a dentist?
Two teeth cleaning.
No, teeth cleaning.
Teeth cleaning at a dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like 2 teeth.
No, teeth.
Yeah.
That's just I just can't speak properly.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Just to make you money, yeah?
No, because dentistry chat. We dentists, not anesthetists, can clean with like ultrasonic. Can actually scrape off things that you can't really brush.
Yeah.
And even below the gum.
Yeah.
So it's worth doing it at least once a year, I would say.
I'll go for one. I remember actually one time, right? I don't drink anymore, but when I did used to drink, I had braces, right?
Yeah.
And the wire had just like come out so many times and it was so annoying. I was like, fuck this. I grabbed some pliers and I just pulled off like the braces.
DIY dentistry.
Yeah, just fucking pulled them off. And then I had like this rough stuff where the glue was.
Yeah.
So I had to go into the dentist and they kind of like drilled it off in it. But I don't recommend doing it. It's not fun. Thankfully my teeth aren't like they didn't go like back to like over. Thank God.
Yeah, you have good teeth.
Thank you. But
DIY dentistry.
Yeah, but just don't do that. No DIY dentistry.
Hey, DIY dentistry during COVID was great because people were actually taking out their own teeth.
So, that's brutal. I have had toothaches are the worst. Like they really give you like a headache. And,
throbbing.
Absolutely hate it. So unfortunately we're starting to come up to the end of this podcast. I really do appreciate you coming on. It was so fun, seeing you. Good to see you again.
Thank you. You too.
Do you have any other projects coming on or?
So I DJ generally under the name Hitnavi. I didn't mention that before. So I'm playing a few things every now and then. If you want to follow me anywhere, my page is called Evanthea, which is my producer name, but I post everything there. And we're gonna play again soon, on the 3rd of March, in the Q&U hall as a, like a intro set.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. I'll make sure to put all the details down in the description, all those things. Thank you very much for having us on.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. Thanks.
You should know, she when I got here, she woke up like a minute just before I got here as well.
I woke up with the doorbell. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I literally saw her. I was like, she just woke up, didn't she? Because her roommate came to open the door for me. I was like,
I'm guilty.
Anyway, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you
Peace.
too.
See you in the next one.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
You too.
Oh.